Hello, 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 everyone. Hi, to all the caregivers out there and everyone that's watching. Thank you so much for joining us once again this week. I'm Whitney Rochelle. I am the creator of the Caregiver Support Group. And if you have not joined yet, you do not know what you are missing. And I'm on today with Dr. J. She is back live with us, and we're going to continue our chat on self care, caregiving, and sustainability on your caregiver's journey. And you can always catch the replays on our YouTube channel, Caregiver Support Global, or you can catch them in the group as well. So I hope you take advantage of all of these helpful tips that she will be sharing with us. And and make sure that you comment, feedback, like, or share the broadcast. All right, I'll turn it over to you, Dr. J.
Thank you so much. And hello, everybody. Hope all is well. Uh, from last time, we talked about your journals. So, hope you have your journals for your notes. But before we begin, let's just kind of still the body and mind. Let's take a deep breath. Let's inhale together. Remember, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale. Releasing the day. And once more, inhale and exhale. Very good. Very good. I want to go over a few of the easy things first because we will tackle the hard. I looked at the comments. I looked at some of the current situations that some of you find yourself in, and there is hope. So I just want to say that. But before we get to that, what do you do for fun? What are some of the things that you do for fun? And I'm going to share a few things that I did just the other day. And you know what this is, right? Avocado. Yep, just a little avocado. There are so many healing benefits simply with avocado. So you ask for ideas. I'm going to give you a few self care ideas, things you could do at home. So you would just simply cut this little avocado in half. You're going to scoop out some of the center, place that in a nice bowl. Yep, just only a couple ingredients: avocado oil or olive oil, because they're really hydrating and nourishing. And what you're going to do is simply make a facial mask. Let's hydrate the skin. Let's hydrate the skin coming out of the winter season. The skin is typically dry. So you're going to take your bowl, your nice little avocado, and if you want to eat it, and guess what? There's no additives to it. So it's just simple. If you want to make a little for later, you can use it on your skin as well. Avocado, the oil. If you want a drop of two of aromatherapy, that's up to you. And then you actually have a facial mask. Place it on, and then voila, your skin feels amazing. You leave it on for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. Now, do know that everyone has different skin type. So this is hydration. Hydration comes through water as well as nourishing treatments. And then I will say about this particular treatment here, you just simply want to use that maybe once a month or maybe twice a month. It depends on your skin type. If there are other issues regarding your skin, then of course we can talk offline about that. The next part I really get excited about, and that's a body scrub. How do you make a simple body scrub at home? Um, have you heard of coconut sugar? There is coconut sugar. This is something that I actually use. I place a little bit in my coffee, either monk fruit or coconut sugar now. But I'm going to make a body scrub. And how do you make that body scrub? Take your bowl, again, your handy dandy oil, place your sugar in there. You can use pure sugar, that's fine. You can use any type of sugar. Sometimes people use salt. I prefer the sugar, the oil, and then maybe a drop of the aromatherapy oil. It doesn't take much because aromatherapy oil, it is a natural medicine that is concentrated. So if you use too much, you will actually burn the skin. And you have a very nice spa treatment. And we use these a lot of times in a very nice high-end spas. And then you have this recipe at home. Use it in the shower. Wet the skin, Slough it over in circular motions like circles, but circular motions all over the body. Head to toe, you want to rinse, but you exfoliate, removing those dead skin cells that builds up over time. This feels great for your caregiver, um, as you are giving care and also receiving it. But you want to make sure first, what are we doing? We're going to pour it into ourselves first. We're going to treat and take care of ourselves. So we have a facial mask, we have a body scrub. We're going to do these perhaps once a month, every 28 days or so. There's a buildup of skin. So if it's been a while, then take that time. And I'm okay with you starting with just the hands and the feet. If you want to start with that, take some time to do it. Just making these treatments are also therapeutic. So, what goes on the inside of the body? I developed a line of teas when I would work with clients and they would come in with different emotional issues. How do we treat the emotional issues? So, say they would come in and they're just, oh, just feeling just in a way. And you know what I mean when I say in a way. You're just not having a good day. But by the time the session was over, their countenance would change. And I would just pray and ask what happened during that time and those ingredients that impacted the body, that balance their nervous system. So sometimes our nervous system is just overloaded and stressed. So the line of teas, you will have access to these, but I develop a line that helps to relax the mind, the joints in the body. Rosy hyssop. A lot of these are ancient herbs, and then of course you're familiar with turmeric, chamomile, and those are great for the evening because sleep was a big issue. Some people are just not sleeping well. If your brain is working constantly, you're not resting. You're not going into that deeper level of REM sleep. How do we boost our health and our immunity system while relaxing our central nervous system? And this is one of the teas I make. So I make these for my son because he travels. And so when he comes to visit, I'll make his tea to go. And then he's good to go. And I make sure that it keeps him in a state of super immunity because there's so many things going on around. So it has the sea moss in it. And sea moss gives your body everything that it needs. And we're in a state right now, whether you normally take any type of shots, but you can boost your immunity at home from your nutrition and what goes into your body. So, just pausing right there, taking a moment to think about that, what goes on the body and what goes inside the body. You can schedule your own session. So, whether we take 15 or 30 minutes to do an assessment, but you'll be able to reach out to me and schedule a virtual session, and we will walk through what works best and come up with a plan. I like to mention this now because it will slip my mind, but I do have a self care journal that you can walk through that gives you prompts daily on what to do and how to process what you are thinking here so that it actually impacts you here. A lot of times, our thinking, we start off in the deficit because of the words we speak. I can't because of this. Guess what? You have already told your brain what to formulate. So the brain will formulate, I can't. But if you say you're not sure how it's going to happen, but we're going to figure this out, the brain will help you to figure it out. It's just brilliant that way. Say if I took an oil and I told you this is the oil and it smells like peppermint, your brain will form what it should smell like. So most times I don't even give the aroma up. I say, what does it feel like to you? What are you taking in at the moment? And then you speak those words, and then that is what we will begin the discussion with because we've already formulated in our mind how we are defeated before we even start. Self care is a journey. So we started out with what you can do at home and how easy this plan is. And the last little tip that I'll share, and this is something I do every morning, God willing, and I love pure frankincense. So this is a pure resin. It's an incense stick, but this from New Mexico, and I actually just ordered these And this pure resins, it was the first gift to baby Jesus, but it helps to rid the body of those emotions that we struggle with sometimes: anxiety, depression, low moods, just kind of releasing the joy, just helping you to meditate, feel grounded. So, this is a part of my meditation process. Whether you go for a walk and have a meditative walk, but having that little time where you can actually still yourself. And remember, in the group, I posted this little chart. Netflix has this interesting little documentary on called Blue Zones. Some of you may have seen it, and it just shows you which areas in the world where people actually living longer and why and what's happening and how they process stress. But if we take a few of those and apply it to our lives, you can do it. You can do it. It's just, you know what? We don't know what we don't know. We talked about this earlier. Whitney, we don't know what we don't know. But once you have the information, then we can really make strides to make a difference in our lives. When we are well, when we feel whole, when we feel healthy, we just simply share and radiate that outward. That's what we do. Now, I do realize I may make this sound so simple, but you know what? It is not. There were days, there were even struggles, there were tears, there was, why am I doing this? Where I wanted to go in the opposite direction. But this was the work, and I had to be living proof of what I was about to embark upon and teach and bring to whether the small group or to the world. So I just want to let you know it is something that you can do, right? So are you ready for the next part? Are you ready, Miss Whitney? I want to check in and just pause right there for comments.
Oh yes, I'm ready. I'm absorbing all of it. I probably I'm not the person that would per se be at home like making the home spa because I just love to go to the spa, and there are so
Yes.
many around. So I just I just pay the money and go. I just need a break away from the home sometime. But
Yes.
I love that tip of just, of I love what you shared because that puts us, even if money is a factor, if time or space is a factor, all of that you can do right at home.
Yes.
So it's just, it's just up to the person to make that time, for
Mhm.
things that they can do in their own space. And
They do it in your
I
own
do hope,
space.
yes.
I love the if you want to budget it, because it is a budget and line item, because you can actually do that. If you think about it, by the time you pay for coffee for a few months, you really have, you know, paid for some type of treatment for yourself. I do have a membership app for those who like to have a regular program and check in with me. We can do that. So that's something you have access to. You do have the virtual access as well, where you can schedule. In addition to that, we do have a full blown practice where I have colleagues and other practitioners. We want to make sure that you're taken care of. So you would just mention you're from the group, but I would help you guide that and advocate in terms of just negotiating how and what it is that you need and what's the best step for you. So, this portion of it here, because I want to make sure before we run out of time, it's so many great things to share, but think about the three P's, okay? Your preparation, your plan, and then your practice. Your preparation is what we talked about the first session, and that is putting together, where am I in this planning process? How will I prepare myself? Who will be the players on this team? What do I need to be well and whole? What do I need to be well and whole? This is a non negotiable. And when you think about something, and for some of you, you've been on this journey for a long time without a plan. You've just been in it and you respond and you just do what we have to do. We just get in there, and then some of you are simply exhausted. You can't go another step. You have to do something. Someone needs to put the mask on you like right away, like tonight. So, what do we do in putting together this preparation? And that's where, if you need a little help, you call. It's okay. You schedule, you send an email, put that SOS out, and we just say, okay, let's think about this. Because when you're overloaded, you can't come up with ideas. You block that way. Your creativity, you're just simply saying it's just not available at this time. And then the actual plan. On Tuesdays at 12, I do this. I have someone that's going to come in and take care of my lovely person, and I step away. So, what is the actual plan? I go to the spa this day. I get my nails done this day. I go work out this day. I go in the other room and do Zumba. What is it that you do? You hear the music now because music is the fastest, the quickest way to impact the nervous system by taking a breath and taking in the music. That is something you can do at home. Create your own playlist and also dance lists. I love to dance, but when you begin to dance, you release those endorphins, those happy hormones, and that's something you can do at home or you could actually go to a class. And then practice. What is your practice? Let's start off with the practice. So, what does that need to look like? And if you need to have some calls inserted in there, you can actually do that. So, that's where I would say with the second part of this to actually put those three P's into play. Mhm.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think I think what prep, plan, and practice, and I think I want to add an A in there. Accountability. Sometimes we need
Right.
accountability partners, because that was like my downfall, and still is
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Just someone to just check in with me to hold me accountable. And so I'm gonna go back to Dr. J on that. And if you are a person that need that accountability partner, make sure you schedule a
Yes.
session with her. Reach out via her email and schedule and connect with her,
Yeah.
because sometimes you just need someone to be there so that as a gentle reminder that this is, I should have done this today, or I need to do that, or I need to have this time for me. And that's okay. Accountability is good. It reminds you that you aren't in it alone. It reminds you that you aren't on the journey alone. Um, and it's
Mm-hmm.
also
That you're
someone
not
from a
on the
different
journey alone.
network of people.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's where this assessment, your balance and wellness assessment, because, we all have triggers. We all have those things that may set us back or just turn us to a different way. So, identifying what are your triggers, what are your blocks to self care. Tell me, I've heard this quite often too. I cannot think about self care right now. That statement right there, then we really need to address that. That means you need it more. There is a saying that it goes, if on a regular basis, you should meditate on a regular basis, say 20 minutes a day. If you are busy, you need an hour. And I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but simply what it means is you need it the most. If you feel you don't need it at all and I can do without it, you really need it the most. So we are just now digging in. You will have another, I think we have one more session from this, and then we have some goodies for you where we want to come together or just make sure we keep it going so you feel the progress. But I would love to hear what's that one little small thing that you're doing tonight, that you're doing tomorrow, that you're doing this week, that you're doing this month, or for the spring that's coming up. What is it that you're looking forward to? Let's begin to list those and celebrate our small wins. Celebrate our small wins. Did you do a meal prep? Did you take a walk? Did you talk to a friend? Did you relax the nervous system in some way or capacity? So I believe I've given you quite a bit tonight to think about. So I want to now hear from everybody. I will tune in to the group and look at the comments and, be like, yay, you got this. And feel free to ask any questions. And I look forward to you guys scheduling your sessions as well.
Absolutely awesome. I think you said a lot in a little time there, a lot of important things. You guys, please take advantage of the chat and comment underneath. If you still need more ideas, make sure you let us know that, and let us know what you're
Yeah.
currently doing. And if it's not working, then, we can help you revise a different plan. Even for myself tonight, sometimes my wind down is just scrolling on my phone. That gets my mind off of everything else. Sometimes I'm not even paying attention. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not even paying attention to half the things that I'm scrolling past, but it's just the movement of just going, and I'm
And
relaxed. And yeah,
yes.
so it could be just something, just something small. I know for some people they like a glass of wine. Maybe you like your glass of wine, and that's what you do for self-care at the end of a long day. Whatever it is, this is a no judgment zone. We try to create the group so that the atmosphere so that you're able to share, but it's no judgment. It's totally what works for you, because ultimately
Well,
whatever you choose whatever you
mhm.
choose is going to determine how long you're able to sustain on this caregiver journey.
It is so true. And I'm going to post a couple things in the group. One, when you mentioned the wine, and if you don't, we even have the CBD teas and the CBD, how it works with the body. There's even the quality control QR code because, you want to know what it is that you have and what you're getting and taking. But the health benefits from making sure you can decompress and de stress. This chart here, and it's simply everything you're connected to. Self care is in the center, but it says life purpose. How are you feeling about yourself, your nutrition, your exercise? But all of this, I will put that underneath as well. That will be very helpful just for you to take a screenshot and do your own assessment at home, and then call and schedule your accountability session and then post in the group as well. The group is great about that, and I love the support that you give to one another. But before we go, we're going to make sure we close out with a breath. You have any other things too that you like to add, Miss Whitney? Okay. Okay. Well, we're going to make sure we finish off with taking a breath with the few minutes that we have. And I just want to let you know what? I just feel the sense and the need with somebody that's on the edge right now. We are here for you. We are here for you. So bring those hands together, whether you place it over your heart, one on the abdomen here, if you just simply want to do praying hands just over your chest. Let's inhale through the nose. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale and hold it. Exhale. Let's elongate the spine. Bring those arms up, and it goes straight, not like this, but here. And you're actually going to elongate your spine. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. You're going to open. This just simply says that you're ready to receive. I know you feel that good energy. Yes. And we're just going to simply go to the side, stretch. You feel that stretch? Opposite side. And you see, you're sitting down in your chair or standing up and look back. Yes. And back to center. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale. And remember, as you go about your day, sharing care and compassion with others, be sure to save a bit for yourself. Be well, be well. God bless you, and namaste.
Dr. J.
Yes. And I'll tune in a few minutes in the group if you guys have questions, but I will see you next time. I'm sure you will post the dates.
Yes, yes, I will. Thank you so much, and I will keep you updated as well as to whatever questions that anybody wants answered or addressed. But like I said, if you all have not connected with Dr. J, make sure you do that. It does not matter where you live. Her business is virtual, which makes it global. I'm going to post her email address here one more time so that you can take advantage of her email address if you have not already. Just make sure you jot it down and reach out to her, and make sure to define your non-negotiables. Make sure to define clear boundaries for your self-care activities and your self-care time. And it doesn't matter, if you're sometimes it doesn't even matter if you're just taking care of someone. You may think of it like, well, I'm home all day, I'm just taking care of someone. Or it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that we all need time to unplug. We need that time to
Yeah.
unplug from the world, unplug from the news, unplug from politics, unplug from our loved ones. We just need a moment to unplug. and
Take a
um
moment.
and when you don't get that, you see mood swings, you see changes in your attitude, you see issues with with anxiety coming about. Sometimes I see a lot of people becoming angry because they feel like they're stuck
Mhm.
on this journey. They're stuck. They didn't ask for this. It happened and now they're here, so they're angry. But there are ways to
Yes.
with deal with your emotions while you're on the journey, and self-care is a great way to deal with your emotions as well. So maybe you're not a person that's into physical activity. Maybe you're a person that like to journal, so maybe that's your great escape,
Hmm.
just journaling throughout the day, or
Absolutely.
journaling throughout your journey. So there's so many things that you can do. And like I said, if you need ideas, I may not have all the ideas, but I have a connection. I've been connected with Dr. J, and we can pass it over to her for some more ideas. But
Yes,
make
sir.
sure to tune in. Make sure to tune in and share this broadcast with someone that may need it. And you all have a great rest of your week. And thank you again, Dr. J.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.